Hey everybody! So it's been a couple weeks since I made soap last. I've just been kind of busy lately, and so I decided that today I'm going to make a cosmic marble swirl soap. So it's going to be black and white, and it's going to have a neon mica line underneath the top layer, and that color is going to look like this. Grab one of my inputs here. So it's that safety yellow, safety green neon color, and I'm going to put glitter on the top, but I won't be frosting this time. So these tops are going to look a lot like my Beachy Waves soap that I did a couple of weeks ago. So without further ado, I'm going to add my lye water solution to my oils, and we're going to go ahead and get mixing and splitting everything up. You won't see me mixing too terribly much here to begin with. The fragrance oil I'm using is called Galactic Skies, and it's another one that's kind of masculine, and it's got like hints of bergamot and sandalwood and lavender in it, I believe. It's from Brambleberry, and what I really like about Brambleberry is that they let you know if a fragrance oil is going to accelerate your batter at all. And this one does accelerate it just a bit, so I'm going to try to keep this just mixed. And now I'm going to split it into my 3 containers. We'll add our color in, we'll add the fragrance oil, and then we're going to be pouring. So here we go. Now, I don't want this last one to set up too much because this is actually going to be the top of my soap, so I'm going to leave it alone. Before I move on though, what I am using in each of these color-wise, this is just titanium dioxide, and then I'm using Wicked from Mad Micas as this color here, and then my mica line that I'm talking about is called Tennis Ball Breaker, and that's also from Mad Micas. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my fragrance oil, and then I'm going to do an in the pot swirl. I'm trying to recreate that wave thing that I did on my Beachy Waves soap. So I'm going to take my black and my white, and I'm going to pour them into my bigger container, and then I'll pour that into the mold. So here we go, let's give it a shot. Fragrance oil is in. We're gonna set this guy aside, so I'm gonna move him over. It smells super good. So the other more masculine scent that I did, I tend to gravitate toward fruity things, but I recognize that not everyone wants their body to always smell like Fruit Loops, although why wouldn't you want to always smell like Fruit Loops? They're delicious. That's okay though. This is like my Slytherin soap in that it is more masculine, but this is a little bit sweeter if I had to try to detect a difference, and it's a little bit more eucalyptus heavy smelling. the stripy mess. So we're gonna get ready, we're gonna pour into my purple mold today. So I'm gonna grab the mold, we'll get pouring, and then we're gonna mix in that top layer. I did see some of that acceleration in my pour. I've got my microline going. Something I am noticing is that fragrance oil also says that it discolors to purple. And so I am seeing a little bit of a purple tinge. I'm not upset about it. I think it could look kind of cool actually. So we'll see how that turns out. We're gonna mix our top layer and then we will pour it on top, texture, and we'll add our embeds in. And we're back. It's time to texture this. Before I do that, I did want to say that I have been working on getting an Etsy shop going. When I started making soap, my plan was never to sell it. I just really wanted to try making it because it seemed fun and relaxing and like a good escape from everything that is nonsensical going on in the world right now, which is kind of everything, but that's okay. We don't need to talk about that here. So my Etsy shop is called Just Some Soap, just like my YouTube channel is. I'll leave a link down in the description to my Etsy store. And what I'll be selling this first go around are the Harry Potter soaps. So my Hogwarts house soaps will be up for sale. Everything else is still curing, so it needs a couple weeks more. Soap is safe to use after it has cured for 2 weeks, but sometimes it's a little bit better to just leave it and let it harden for longer. I would suggest leaving it for a month. That's what's been suggested to me. So those Harry Potter soaps are going to be ready to go. I'm selling them for $5 a bar. If you are interested in any of my other soaps and have questions about when I'll be putting those up, I'm probably going to wait until sometime next month to do that. In the meantime, my designs are going to start looking a little bit more fallish because I'd like to get a leg up on making some things that are more autumn oriented as we get into the tail end of summer. So again, if you ever have any questions or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment and I will answer to the best of my ability. So here we go, we're going to go ahead and give this some texture and then we'll put those embeds in. Now we need to spritz this with a little bit of rubbing alcohol to keep the soda ash away. So what will happen sometimes is you'll get this ashy look to your soap once it has started to set, and the top portion will kind of whiten, and because this is black, we really don't want that to happen. So we are going to go ahead and use that spray, and then I'm going to go over this with some Sparkle Plenty, my fairy duster from Mad Micah's, and then we'll call it a day. And we'll come back in about 24 hours and we will cut our bars, see what the inside came out like. It is time. So here's the loaf. We are going to do some cutting. And we're going to take a peek at the inside, see how the swirl turned out, how the mica line turned out. It's looking like I might lose an embedder too. We'll do our darndest, we'll see what happens. There's the inside. That swirl came out. And so did the mica line. So I did get that effect that I was looking for. That wavy effect that I was trying. I was worried that my batter accelerated a little bit too much, but it looks like it came out as I was intending it to. I really like that swirl a lot. Okay, come the casualties. Lost a couple stars here. Actually, it's pretty okay. Just a little bit of it. Here. They are glittery on the top. I know sometimes I say that and you can't really see it. So perfect. Again, check out my Etsy store if you're interested. I'll continue to add listings as my soaps cure. And if you have questions about any soaps in particular, feel free to comment. If you have any ideas for fall and you'd like me to give them a shot, feel free to add those down there too. Thank you so much for watching and have an awesome, awesome day.